Welcome to the Idiot Box. This is House of the Dragon. The series takes place almost 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones. The seven kingdoms of Westeros are under the rule of King Jaehaerys, with House Targaryen at the apex of their power, with 10 adult dragons under their yoke. With the old king's health dwindling and no heir apparent, he calls a great council to choose an heir. The choice is left between Princess Rhaenys and her younger cousin Prince Viserys. Ultimately, Viserys is chosen as the heir to the Iron Throne, passing over his female cousin. Sexism! It's everywhere! Now, it is the 9th year of King Viserys. We meet his daughter, Princess Rhaenyra, flying around King's Landing on her dragon. She goes to meet with her pregnant mother Aemma with her friend Alicent Hightower, daughter of the Hand of the King.
Here you are, surrounded by attendants, all focused on the babe. Someone has to attend to you.
A small council is in session where Corlys Velaryon, the master of ships, urges a step should be taken about a war brewing in the Stepstones, but the council is more concerned about the tourney held in the honor of birth of the child. Viserys is adamant that the child would be a boy. They also discuss about Daemon, Viserys' younger brother, who is named commander of the City Watch but fails to attend the meeting. Rhaenyra finds Daemon sitting on the Iron Throne. Daemon gifts Rhaenyra with a Valyrian steel necklace. Aemma tells Viserys that she can't bear the loss of another child, having been suffered many miscarriages. Daemon takes command of the City Watch and rounds up every kind of criminals as well as common folk, and brutally punishes every criminal in a public display without any trial. The small council argues about Daemon's action. Viserys isn't pleased with his brother, and a tense argument reveals that Daemon despises his wife, Lady Rhea Royce, heir to Runestone in the Vale of Arryn. During the argument, he takes shot at the Hand of the King, Otto Hightower. At the tourney, Viserys announces that Aemma has gone into labor, and Daemon, clad in elaborate dragon armor, trolls Hightower by challenging his son and using his joust to trip the young Hightower's horse, injuring him. Rhaenyra remains charmed by Daemon, though it's Alicent for whom he asks favor. Soon, Cole and Daemon square off. Daemon scores an early strike, but it's Cole who wins the joust. A seething Daemon challenges Cole to a contest of arms, but it plays out much like their joust, with Daemon starting strong and ending up on his back. Meanwhile, Aemma's labor is going as badly as she'd feared. The maester tells Viserys that she's going to die, but that there's a chance to save the child. This would mean performing a C-section, which would kill Aemma. Viserys, desperate for an heir, gives the permission, and after giving a bloody birth, Aemma dies. The child is named Balon, but he also dies after a few moments. The funeral is held for the mother and son, with Rhaenyra giving orders for setting fire to the pyre.
Dracarys!
The question of an heir surfaces at the small council, and ultimately the choice remains between Daemon or Rhaenyra.
Wife and son are dead! I will not sit here and suffer crows that come to feast on their corpses!
Hightower sends Alicent to comfort the king. I think we all know where this is going, right? The next day, Hightower recounts an event of last night where Daemon had thrown a party and appeared to be celebrating the death of Balon, whom he called the heir for a day. This angers Viserys, and he confronts Daemon, to which Daemon says,
"We must all mourn in our own way, Your Grace."
He goes on to call Viserys weak, criticizing him for never asking Daemon to serve as his hand. Viserys declares he won't be naming Daemon as his heir.
I have decided to name a new heir.
I'm your heir.
Not anymore.
Viserys also orders him to return to the Vale, and chooses Rhaenyra as his heir, and apologizes to her for wasting the years hoping for a son. He also tells about a dream from his ancestor about the end of world of men and the terrible winter. Well, we already know how all that shakes out. The episode ends with Daemon departing on his dragon, while Lords of the Realm pledge their fealty to Rhaenyra. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more.